Hey guys, and welcome back to Smutty Buddies.
I'm Isa.
I'm Priscilla.
And today we're going to be doing Heartless by LC Silver.
Yep.
Switching it up a little bit.
A little country.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of country, but I could turn country real quick.
They're Canadian.
Canadians got country.
They don't have a southern accent.
I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Yeah.
But you guys voted for this specific one.
This is my favorite one of the series.
It was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. We picked a good one for Priscilla, guys.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Cade was doing it for me.
Mm-hmm. He's my favorite. Him and Theo are up there.
Theo.
Yeah.
Theo
Did you
wasn't in this book. Who's Theo?
Are you sure you didn't meet him? He's Rhett's Rhett's his mentor.
I don't remember him. I don't think he showed up in the book.
I think he's in. I 100% know that he's in Powerless.
Okay.
I don't know if he's when he shows up. Maybe he was like mentioned.
I don't know, but I don't remember that name. And I could have done without the children.
I mean, he's a single dad.
But I know, but he could have not been a single dad, and I would have been fine with it. I would have liked it better.
No comment. That's like my favorite part of the book.
Really?
Well, one of my favorite parts. You know, I like single dads. Let's just put it out there.
But
everyone, well, not everyone, but if you've been following us for a while, you know, I'm a sucker for a single dad. You put a single dad in front of me and shit, I don't know what I might do. Like, honestly, I don't want to be a stepmom, but just something about, they're like DILF. You get me? Like, they're literally a DILF.
Like the way that they're caring for a small human being.
Nah, fuck the kid. I just like the look.
The look?
Like
the look like a dad.
No, like the entire look. Like the image.
What?
Yeah, like
just the title, like, hey, I'm a dad.
Like they're a DILF.
Like,
you can't be hot and be a DILF if he's not a dad. You get me? Because it's like dads I'd like to fuck.
He could just be like a hot older man.
But is he a dad?
No.
Then he's not a DILF.
Yeah, but he could be a hot older man.
Nah, I think I'd rather take the DILF. It's just hot. I don't know. There's just something about it.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't see it.
I like single dads.
I could do without the child.
In books. Let's clarify.
I'll be like, give him to his mom.
Well, in this one, the mom's.
Yeah.
In the clouds. Mm-hmm. She's just.
I thought she would show up more.
No, she only shows up once.
I know, but I thought she would, like, after she sees her, I thought she was gonna be like, nah, like, I'm gonna show up more.
She hadn't shown up in how many years? You think she's gonna start showing up?
She just showed up to be a bitch and then left.
Yeah. She's like, oh, you think? And then we'll get to it. But let's start with thoughts, reviews.
Okay. The porch scene.
We'll get there.
The porch scene was so good. The hot tub scene. I enjoyed it.
You enjoyed it?
I enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars.
Look at you.
4 stars.
It was just the kids, right? The kids in the pregnancy.
The kids in the pregnancy. But I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think Cade is delicious. I picture him in my mind as Jensen Ackles.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That he fine.
Yeah, that's how I pictured him, with a cowboy hat. Oh no, he didn't wear a cowboy hat. He wore backwards
baseball cap.
Yeah,
that's even more fine. More finer.
100%.
Yeah. Than the cowboy hat shit.
The cowboy hat.
But no, I mean, I like this book a lot. I gave it 5 stars.
It was good. It was good. I agree.
He's him and Theo. I don't know. I feel like I would have to probably do a reread of Heartless and Reckless to decide like who's my favorite. But they're both up there because they're both dads. So like,
oh
yeah,
another child.
Yeah,
I think you just want a child.
No. But LC Silver, if you're listening to this, keep on writing the single dads. I'm loving them.
I don't think she's listening to this.
What? You never know. We could post this as a clip. Listen, keep up. Well, her new series is all single dads. It's like she heard
all single dads.
All single dads. They're on a bowling team.
That's a red flag.
What?
A bowling team?
They're on a bowling team. And the new one, ooh, I'm ready for it. I'm a little salty though because I didn't get the arc, but it's fine. So if I can't even speak. If anyone got the arc and
they can't share it with you.
No, I'm trying to know if the book is good. I don't want the fucking. I'm not into that. What is it? Piracy.
We're gonna be in prison. We're gonna be sued.
No. Honestly, that whole thing with you seen it going around TikTok lately?
Yeah.
Of people like sharing arcs and stuff.
Yeah, that's insane.
Guys, just leave the book to yourself. I could fucking wait for it. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
You're gonna cause yourself to not get any more arcs.
Mm-hmm. And that's someone's work. Like, y'all wild. Don't do that.
No, yeah. But what I was gonna say is that if anyone got the arc and has read it and it is good, comment down below. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a 5 out of 5. But I would just like to know if anyone got it early and if it's good.
And if it's good.
Yeah. I know it's gonna be good because Elsie Silver wrote it, but the only book that I haven't liked from her is Hopeless. I got beef with that book, but that's another time. I didn't like Bo.
The military man.
Book. I didn't like his. I don't know. It was weird, in my opinion. Some people, that's their favorite one. That's just not my favorite one.
Okay.
Probably because he's not a dad.
I don't love the covers of the books. Like, for example, cover of Heartless, the man's balding.
Well, I have the ones that they're not out anymore.
No humans are on them.
No. Look, I'll show you.
Yeah, this man is balding in the cover, and I'm like, that's not Cade.
I mean,
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, he needed to go to Turkey.
What?
Turkey.
He needed to go to get a haircut.
like
he needed to go to Turkey. I was like, he needs a turkey?
Let me show you.
You're gonna show me?
The ones that I have. I don't got no fucking people on my shit. How do I look like? They don't even look like the. I have these. I have like this one.
Okay.
This one.
Looks better.
Yeah, I have these.
It looks better than the man that's balding.
These are the ones that I got. Those. I no. Nah, no picture, please. But the picture ones are cool because they show like a scene in the book.
What scene was the one in Heartless?
Let me see.
Because they were like in a field, I think. They weren't in no field in the book.
I think that's the scene at the end.
In the sidewalk?
I think that's the scene towards the end.
Let me see.
This one.
It looks like a field though.
Isn't that like at the end
They
of
weren't in no field. You'll see. You'll see. Okay, let's start.
Yeah.
So
wait. Before we continue, can we talk about Rhett's hair in the Flawless cover?
Oh, the long ass fucking hair extensions.
Girl, he got better hair than me. The fuck.
I'm not a fan of that. Of that long ass fucking hair.
My boyfriend has long hair.
Such as his fucking butt crack. No, but that one's
that
long.
one's long and straight.
And
my boyfriend has like curly hair.
And
oh
straight.
my god.
Not even like a wave in there. That shit is just all the way to the butt crack.
Like mine right now. Fly irons and everything.
And everything.
Ooh.
Okay. So it starts with Cade. He's looking for a nanny.
Yeah, we meet Cade.
He's looking for a nanny.
38-year-old single dad.
He's looking for a nanny for his son called Luke. Now he's interviewing all these nannies, but he's too fine.
Yeah.
So all these nannies want him, and he's like, "Nah, bro. Like,
they need to put the kid as a priority.
I can't hire none of these fucking nannies because they all want me." So you see, in the beginning, I was like, it's not all about you, baby.
But then you get to know him and you find out why they want him.
And then I find out why.
Yeah.
But all the nannies.
Because I would want him too. The fuck. I'll be like, I'll work for free. You can pay me with dick.
So then Summer, which is this guy's wife.
Rhett's
wife. She's like, listen, like, I know someone who could probably make a great nanny for you. And then he's like, well, she fall in love with me? It's like, no, bro. But she does. So, okay. Cade is at a coffee shop. And you know he's in line to get coffee. And he hears some girl in front of him laugh. And she's like taking forever to get her coffee. And he's like, I usually I would be annoyed by this, but this girl's looking real good in front of me. And then like she goes
real good and young.
And then I think at one point like he says that like, oh, you could tell by her titties, her age. And I'm like,
they got the perkiness to them. They're not like, sagging yet.
Yeah, they're still firm. Okay, so she goes to grab her wallet, and by mistake something falls to the floor. And he goes to pick it up, and she's like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." And when he looks, it's her annies, her panties. It's her panties. And then he's like, "You literally like dropped your panties." And she's like, "Oops!" And she grabs her coffee and she leaves. Yeah. And he's like, "What about your underwear?" Your underwear. And then she's just like, "Finders keepers." First of all,
why you got your undies in your bag?
No, first of all, I don't even carry a purse. But if I did, I wouldn't be carrying around my underwear with me, just there, like thrown in the fucking bag. Put it in a Ziploc bag, if anything. And then if I drop it, I'd be like, "Give me that fucking shit."
Give me that shit.
The fuck? That's money right there. Like, I run out of underwear real quick. Like,
honestly, I don't even, at that point, like, it would have to be like, I don't know. I usually never carry a, like, I don't think I've ever had.
I've never.
No, like, I just, you could tell us about.
Yeah. What are you doing, girl? Like, what you doing with your underwear in your bag?
Maybe it was getting hot down there.
And it was like lingerie too.
Free bird it.
Well, she does like going commando.
Yeah.
So I guess.
But like, wouldn't you go commando at your house? Like, why are you packing up underwear? You know what I mean? Or like, why are you taking it off?
Just in case.
Just in case what? I mean, people, like, you decide to put it on?
No, people like go commando to places.
I know, but why are you carrying an underwear in your bag if you just like going commando? Just in case
you get like your period. You need somewhere to put a pad.
I guess.
And I think she goes commando in fucking jeans.
Ooh,
that
sounds like diaper rash.
Like, that's a crime. Her coochie is like fucking burnt.
Yeah.
Like, fucking raw down there.
No,
okay.
Anyways. Okay.
So then he's like, wow. He's like, you know what? I never got her name. This panty dropping girl. I never got her name. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, it's the day of the interview.
Yeah.
And who pulls up? Panty girl.
Yeah.
And, I forgot to mention she's a redhead.
Yeah.
So he calls her Red.
Very unique.
Very unique.
Very unique.
So, she shows up, and immediately he sees her, and he's like, no.
No. Mm-mm. He's like, not happening.
He's like, your panties are literally still in my back pocket. And she's like, saving them for later. And then, like, he's like, first of all, we know, obviously, she gets hired.
Yes.
Why?
He needs a nanny. Mind you, she is Summer's best friend. Uh-huh. And she has no experience with kids. She's a bartender.
Mm-hmm. And he's attracted to her.
So
she's flirting with him. And he's like, you know what? Like, this is the nanny.
Yeah. This is after all the ones that have been flirting with him in the interview, the one that dropped the panties, that's the one we're gonna. I feel like he did it for Summer though. He did it because Summer was like, listen, like, I know someone.
You think so?
Like, I think he maybe trusted Summer's opinion.
Well, he saw her, like, we'll get to it, but he saw her playing with Luke, and he was like, wow.
She could be.
She's basically hired. Like, you're gonna see. Okay, so, Luke comes out, and obviously they meet each other, and he's like, I want to spend some time with Summer and Willa, because, like, they're my new friends. And then Cade is basically like, fine, but Summer's in charge. So then what does Summer do? Summer is like, okay, since I'm in charge, I'm putting Willa in charge. So then Luke and Willa stay alone, kind of bonding. And Cade sees how they interact together, and he's like, you know what? Like, she's pretty good. She's pretty good with him, not gonna lie. And then he hires her. And this is where it all starts.
So she got the summer job.
She got the summer job. Nanny. So she moves into his house because that's a requirement.
Yeah.
Say less. And
free housing.
Free housing.
In this economy, shit.
You can have 50 kids. I'll fucking be there. Don't worry about it.
Oh my god.
You need me to suck your dick?
What you need?
What you need? You let me know. I'll pull up. So then she moves into his house, his ranch, because it's big. He got like a whole farm.
He got money too.
He got money. And
money.
he does the rodeo.
Yeah. But he's not a bull rider. He's like on a horse.
Yeah, bull rider.
His brother's a bull rider.
I know, but that's weird to me.
Well, you know that bull riders are short, right? Technically, they're supposed to be short. So, I don't know.
They can't be tall?
I don't know how tall they are in these books, but in real life, they're short.
How you know?
Like 5'9". I mean, I went.
Oh.
I went to PBR.
And you notice they're all
I'm
short.
like, yeah. No, I think, and I searched it up. I think like the tallest one is like 6 feet. Like literally like 6 feet.
Okay.
And there has been some tall ones, but like a lot of them are like short. They're like 5 something, 5'9".
Nah. I don't like your height or your occupation.
So get the guy in the what's wrong with bull rider?
That's weird. If a guy tells me, I'm like,
that's weird.
What do you do for work? I'm a bull rider. Be like, I'm a nurse.
You find that weird?
Yeah. If I'm going on a date with a guy and he's like, I'm a bull rider, you know.
Professional bull rider?
Professional. I didn't even know that was a thing. I'd be like, professional bull rider.
I'm a professional rider too.
Boy.
Oh my god.
So then, yeah, she moves in. And after Luke goes to bed, Cade tells her, like, you need to text me with updates. And she's like, why? Do, like, his teachers do that or something? And he's like, no, but I don't trust you. And she's like,
cool.
She, like, goes to her room. And he's like, what is she doing? And he goes to follow her. And he sees her, like, packing her shit. And he's like, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm leaving. And he's like, why? And she's like, I'm not gonna live with a woman hater. And he's like, woman hater. He's like, I love women. But he's like, I'm sorry, stay, please. And then she's like, beg me. So he does. He goes like, please stay. I need a nanny. And you a good looking one. Mm-hmm. This is literally The Nanny, the show. So
I like Willa though. I like her attitude.
Yeah, I liked her too. The whole panty thing in the beginning threw me off a little, but I ended up liking her. So then, after Cade puts Luke to bed, he goes to the hot tub. You're gonna get to know the hot tub real good. Yeah. So all of a sudden, Miss Girl shows up. Listen. If I just moved into his house, you best believe I'm not gonna be getting in no hot tub
with him.
I'm gonna be like, esa frescura, like, nah, bro, this isn't my house.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, but he said, this is your house while you here.
I guess.
So, I mean, you're not gonna go in the hot tub?
If I see the motherfucker there, I'll be like, this is awkward.
Would you turn around or would you get in?
If he invites me, I'll get in.
No, but like, if you,
like, oh my god,
if you like freshly moved in,
I'm not even getting close to the hot tub if I freshly moved in.
So you're not going to the hot tub?
I'm not opening the fridge by myself. Like,
and you're just standing there waiting for him to feed you?
I will literally be like, can I?
Can I go through the pantry? No, can I have a glass of water?
Can I eat your groceries? Like, or do I need to buy it myself?
Can I suck your dick? You gotta ask for everything.
So, okay, so, yeah, she shows up to hot tub and she's in a towel and her bikini. And then she's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like, I'll go. And he's like, it's fine, stay.
He's like, drop that towel.
Yep, and she gets in the hot, but he looks away. Yeah, he looks away while she gets in the hot tub.
He's like acting oblivious.
Yeah, he's like, nah, bro.
Titties.
So she gets in the hot tub and they end up talking and bonding. And he there gets a fucking Woody. And he's like, y'all ain't even doing anything. Like, she's under the water. She's like,
it's the thought.
He's like, oh my gosh, she's wearing a bikini under the water. And then whatever. That's their little hot tub bonding time. Fast forward. They go to a bar with his brothers and Summer. And he sees his high school friend, Lance. And he starts checking Willa out. And he's like, damn. He's like, that's your nanny? That all you? And then Cade is like, he's like, stop it. He tells them, that's my nanny. Be professional. Don't speak to her. Don't speak about her that way. And then he's like, okay, whatever, bro. So then he tells him, like, listen. Mind you, I was confused in this part. He's like, I need a rope and pen partner. I was like, come again?
The rodeo.
Yeah, but it's for the rope and pen.
Oh, okay.
I need a rope and pen.
Like rope and that's like when you tie the
pen partner. Whatever that means. And Cade is like, sorry, I can't. Like, I'm busy. Like, bro, I have a child. And now, like, I have this finance nanny. And then Willow pops up. And she's like, I don't mind working extra if you want to, you know, go throw around your rope. I don't know what you do. And then Lance is like, forget about the rope, baby. He's like, nice to meet you. And he's like, the pleasure's all mine. I would have folded. I don't know how this motherfucker looks like, but I would have folded.
For Lance?
If he said, the pleasure's all mine.
Like that? What if he ugly?
Nah. I'd be like, yes, it is.
What if he's like hillbilly, like missing a tooth?
Like, the pleasure is all yours. The pleasure is all yours. And then
remember that they went to high school together, so this guy is also 38. That doesn't mean that he's a good looking 38-year-old. That's
true. It's just, you know, it's a fantasy world. I picture everyone looking,
everyone's fine
in this world. Everyone. So then Cade is like, well, actually, Will and I were about to dance, so bye. And then he takes her to dance. And, you know, while they're dancing, she's like, okay, so I guess you don't want to do that. They end up flirting. And then another guy asked her to dance. And I think by the end of the night, she's danced with like 4 guys or something. And Cade is like, he's fuming.
Boiling.
He's fuming. He hates it. And then she comes over to grab her beer. And Girlie knows what she's doing. Because she puts her hand on his thigh. She's like, let me get my beer. And she leans over and he's like,
she uses him for support.
And then he's literally like, she's inches away from feeling how much I don't dislike her. And then Cade is like, I think I'm gonna head out. And then he's like, are you okay to like catch a ride with the others? And she's like, no, like I'll go with you. And he's like, okay.
First of all, what the fuck? Because you should not be, if you're like fuming that everyone's dancing with her, you should not leave her there.
Is that, you know, he got some inner turmoil going
conflict
on right now. He's like, damn, you know, like she's young. It's giving, it's not giving, but it reminds me of what Uncle Jake said, that he's like, that fine. No, not teenager.
Yeah,
but
she's not a teenager. Yeah,
young piece of ass.
living under my roof.
Yeah, that's what he's going through.
Give
you
a long kiss goodnight.
Give her a long kiss goodnight.
That's what Cade wants to do right now.
But he's like, you know, like she's young.
Yeah.
Like, no, bro, like she's 25. You're 38. But whatever. Fast forward. Willa's in the hot tub this time. This is where it gets good. Willa's in the hot tub. And now Cade shows up. And he's like, it's the same situation. He's like, I could go. And she's like, no, baby, stay.
It's your house.
Stay. This is your home. I'm the one intruding. And then she stands up to go. And he notices that she got piercings because they're poking out of her bikini top. And he's like, and she's there like, like, yep.
And she's like, I got them for a reason.
And he's like, sit down, please. She's like, okay. So she sits down and he gets in and she's like, let's play truth or dare.
Of course.
This is a high school party. And then, of course, he picks truth. And she's
boring
like,
ass.
where are my panties? He's like, in the garbage.
Lies. Lies.
And she's like, good. I hope they are. And he's like,
I would be like, that's fucking money. Should have given
like,
them back.
Given them to me back.
I've been living here now for how long?
I'd be like, you had me washing my underwear in the sink. Because I don't got no more.
That was one extra pair I had.
So she ends up asking him like about Luke's mom. And he tells her about Talia. So Talia is Luke's mom. Cheated on him. Traumatized him.
Yeah.
Left him and Luke. And left a note. Like,
that's
bye.
it. I'm out.
I'm outie.
I'm going to go suck other dick.
Yeah. I don't want to be no mommy.
That's
and then,
really bad, bro.
Yeah,
that's I don't know how people do that.
It's worse than the milk.
Then the what?
The milk.
The milk?
Yeah. Like the dads that they're like, we ran out of milk.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go buy some milk. I'm gonna go dips.
Yeah, and then they never come back.
And
that's really bad.
And it's like, where's the milk?
Yeah, on the mom leaving is.
I wanted my milkshake.
I'm not a mom, but I don't know how you could give birth to a child and then just leave them.
I don't know. Some people shouldn't be parents.
That's some fucked up shit.
So then it's his turn, and he tells her, "I bet you won't pick Dare."
Of course.
Obviously, she's gonna fucking pick it. Like, you're talking to a 25-year-old. And
after he said truth.
It's
giving pussy energy.
And then he's like, I dare you to sit on the edge of the tub for the remainder of the game. Yeah, so he can see her fucking
titties.
Fucking nipples and her coochie lips. And then whatever she does. And he's like, he's looking at her nips, and then he looks down. And her bottom is caught in her coochie. Like, she got a bikini camel toe.
Yeah, the pussy lips are.
And he's like, there he's like, he's already like trying to restrain himself.
He's like, don't come. Think about my grandma. Think about someone dying.
Think about the mail. I don't fucking know, the mailman. And then she asks him for her drink. And he goes to, like, you know, pass it to her. But he gets up and he stands in front of her. And he's like, here's your drink. And she's like, thank you. And she's like, you know, like, you should let go for once. You're too strung up. You're too, like, you got too many responsibilities. She's like, I could help you with that. And he's like,
bet.
he's like, I can't. And he moves away. He's like, I can't. So then he's like, oh, truth or dare. And she picks truth. And he's like, what are you thinking right now? And she's like, that I like sitting here with your eyes on me. And then she's like, what are you thinking? And he's like, I didn't pick truth. Now you see, this part, she asks him truth or dare, and he picks dare.
I mean, finally.
Yeah, but she's a better woman than I am. She's a better woman. She goes like, I dare you to do those rodeos and let me take care of Luke. Because she saw him. He was like, he's like, what do I do? But no, she's a better woman than I am. I'd be like, I dare you to suck these coochie lips. Right now, these chlorine tasting coochie lips.
Ooh.
But no. She scared him.
Yeah. It's giving wifey material.
Yeah. But he's a little disappointed. He's like, damn. Okay.
He's like, I thought I was gonna get some action.
I thought this was gonna be like the excuse.
Yeah.
But yeah. And the next morning, she comes down in like a white t-shirt, no bra. And he looks at her and he's like, do you not wear bras? Like, I fucking hate bras. But anyways. And she's like, why do my nipples bother you?
He's like, inside, yes.
Like,
my dick, yes, because I got blue balls.
Yeah, they don't bother me, but they bother my other little horsey. So then, another day, they're eating dinner. And, you know, this is where it starts to get romantic. It's been a lot of sexual tension. But this day, Luke tells Willa to show Daddy how she dances. And of course she's gonna dance. So she starts dancing, and then Luke is like, oh, I'll be right back, like, you guys dance without me. And you know, they start dancing and slow dancing like that. And then Cade pulls her close and he's like, should I stop? And she's like, no, please don't. And they're having a moment. And all of a sudden this little kid comes out.
Oh my god.
In a Batman costume.
Yeah.
And he's like, you guys are cuddling?
Cock blogger.
Yes, bro. You see what I mean about children?
Oh my god.
I'm like, go back to your room.
Time out.
It's bedtime.
Time out. Stand on the wall. Don't look at this.
Go stare at it. So then, in the morning, Cade leaves her some coffee and a note that says, oh, the coffee's for you. starting some 2-year-olds today. I'm guessing the horses. I'm reading this and I'm like, this doesn't sound right.
God.
I'm guessing he's starting 2-year-old horses. And he's like, if you feel like getting your back broken, meet me at the bar and you can sit on one. And she's like, I mean, yeah, I do want to have my back broken, but not by a fucking horse. Like, by you, motherfucker. And I want to sit
you could
on
tell,
you.
You could tell that he's a dad because that note sounds nasty as fuck.
Starting some 2-year-olds. What? I feel like, what the fuck? Anyways,
oh my God.
So she meets him at the bar.
Yeah.
And she's like, thank you for the coffee. I'm ready for you to break my back. And he's like, I mean, you could ride if you want to. And she's like, I want to. She's like, oh, I want to ride. And he's like, he's like, why is it sounding nasty?
Oh my God.
So whatever. She ends up riding one of his horses. Yay. Okay. Later in the day.
You're waiting for the dick to come out.
Yeah, girl. I'm waiting for the porch scene. Later in the day, at a birthday party. It's another kid's birthday party.
I love this fucking scene.
And Willa takes Luke to the birthday party. Cade shows up and Luke is like crying. He's throwing a little fit. And Willa's trying to comfort him. And then he sees Willa turn around and get like in the birthday boy's face.
Yeah.
You know, like telling him off, the little child, which I would too, the fuck. And then the mom comes in and she's like, don't speak to my son. They start getting into it. And Willa basically nudges the kid into the pool. So what had happened was that Luke was in the pool and little birthday boy decided to try to drown his ass.
Yeah.
And shove his head underwater. So of course she would be upset.
I would be upset too.
And then, you know, like the mom is like, leave the party. And like Cade ends up showing up and because he was watching it from afar, but he actually like intervenes. And the lady's like, oh my God, like your nanny, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, bitch, keep her name out your fucking mouth. The fuck.
It's like Will Smith.
And I want to slap her fucking kid too. I'll be like, let me not catch your kid outside.
I'll drown his ass real quick.
The fuck? It's on sight. It's on sight if I see that motherfucker, that little human being. So, back at the house, Willa and Luke are playing hide and seek. Ooh, this part. This part. They're playing hide and seek. And he sees Willa running. And his instinct, I don't know what it is with these men's instinct, is to catch her.
Prey.
Hunt. And he chases her.
You thought that we weren't gonna get any of this now that it wasn't dark romance. Nah, it's still a romance.
All men got the fucking instinct.
What happens if you run in front of your boyfriend?
You would run after me.
Oh my God.
The instinct kicks in.
He's like, it's hunting time.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Like she's literally playing hide and seek.
Yeah.
She's running. And
with his son.
All of a sudden, this man,
he turns into a fucking tiger.
He's like running behind her. And obviously, she's like, she gets freaked out. Yeah, so she runs, obviously. And he ends up catching her.
Of course he does.
And she's like, relax, daddy. And he's like,
say it again.
He's like, daddy. She's like, relax, daddy. He's like, what did you call me? And she's like, daddy. He's like, shh. He's like, don't call me that.
He's like, I'm holding on for dear life here. Yeah. Please.
And she's like, why? He's like, you don't want to know.
She knows what she's doing.
Of course. He's like, you don't want to know what the word daddy does to me.
I mean, he's an actual daddy.
He's an actual daddy.
So
it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense, but nah.
Makes sense.
When it comes from her, he's like, shit.
He's like, so she runs again because she kind of like psychs him. Like, so she runs again. And before she could get to Luke, mind you, in his head, he's like, I know where Luke is hiding. I don't want her to get to Luke yet because I want to catch her for myself first.
I want to play with her a little bit.
So he grabs her. He pushes her into the hay. If this isn't the most fucking country cowboy bullshit ever, he pushes her into the hay. The haystack.
The haystack.
I'd be like, what the fuck? He pushes her into the hay.
And hay is hard, bro.
And hay is hard. And it stinks, too.
Yeah. And it's like itchy.
Yes.
Oof.
And then he gets on top of her.
I'm itchy.
And
Sorry.
she's like, are you going to make a move, Eden? And he kisses her.
Finally.
In the hay. He kisses her. And then, like, they started dry humping against each other. And then he tells her, he's like, you're desperate for it, aren't you? I'd be like, motherfucker.
For that dig, yeah.
You're the one that was fucking desperate. You were running after me.
That is true.
And then, girl, they're dry humping. The man comes in his pants. He hasn't had some for 3 years. So
yeah, it's
comes in his pants.
It's understandable.
It's understandable. And then after he comes, mind you, she doesn't come.
Yeah. I mean,
he
obviously.
Said, fuck you. After he comes, he's like, I'm sorry. I can't do this.
You see his jeans and it's like there's like a circle.
It transferred onto your jeans. Your jeans are a little moist.
Ooh.
And he literally runs away. Literally. I'd be like, what
about me? She's like, well, I guess I gotta do it myself. Takes off her jeans
and
and
the hay fucking threw me into the hay and left me there.
She gets up, the hay is all over her fucking hair.
Oh my god.
She got like fucking remnants of cum on her fucking pants.
And the jeans. So, ever since that day, he starts becoming distant because he can't. She's too young. She's the nanny. And he's only been communicating through texts and post-it notes. Until this day. So Luke gets sick. He starts like throwing up. He gets a fever.
And what happens?
She calls Cade. Mind you, she calls Cade panicking.
Yeah.
And he's like, you could text me. And she's like, no, like, this is about Luke. And he's like, oh, never mind. And he tells her what to do. He's like, give him like a Tylenol, blah, blah, blah. And when he gets home, Will and Luke are asleep in bed.
Yeah.
And then, you know, instead of being worried about his child, he's like, she looks good in my bed. His child's there like
he's like all red,
he's like,
feverish,
Daddy,
hallucinating.
And this guy's there like,
damn,
Daddy. Hi. I don't feel good.
Did you bring the Tylenol?
He's there like, he's like, she looking real good.
He's like, Luke, give me fucking 5 seconds, bro. Let me try.
He's like, I'll get to you. God damn it.
Oh my god.
Whatever. So then after that, girl, Willa gets sick. Whatever virus the little motherfucker had.
Of course she does. So what does Cade have to do?
Oh, he needs to care
for her. Of course. I fucking love when this happens in the book. Of course it fucking happens.
Yeah, but she was throwing up.
And? Oh, I know that you don't.
I don't like having people see me throw up.
Oh. You took care of me when I was throwing up.
I know, but that's different. Like, my throwing up face is ugly. I'm like,
how was mine?
And then like I think vomit comes out of my nose too.
I think mine was just like literally just my mouth open.
Yours was very pretty. Very demure.
Mine was very.
Yours was very like
very mindful.
Like, and I was like, fucking bitch, you even throw up pretty.
That's it, bad. I was throwing up ice cream
and truffle.
We went out drinking. We went out. Oh my god, there was a whole mixture of shit. There was a McFlurry and a shit ton of
truffle.
Yeah, and mimosas. And shots.
No, yeah, not
Ooh,
good.
Don't recommend, people. Don't recommend.
No. So, anyways, Willa is getting sick. And, you know, he takes care of her. He holds her hair when she throws up. He carries her to his bed because the toilet is right there. Yeah. He got one of those.
That's what he says.
In-room bathrooms.
That's what he says. But to be honest, she just looks good in his bed.
Yeah, he's like,
I gotta keep her in there.
He's like, I'm gonna take pictures of her when she's asleep.
What? I think we've been reading too much dark romance.
I think so. This feels a little stranger now. You're like very happy, very romantic.
You're like waiting for something to happen. You're like, what's gonna happen?
Girl, the whole time I was like, he's fucking running after me. Fuck, bro. Fuck, she gonna get it. She gonna be beating black and blue.
All of a sudden, he has a basement. He's like, I'm gonna tie you
and
up.
everything is
like
cowboy.
I tie the cattle.
Everything's cowboy themed.
Oh.
And he has to wear a cowboy hat when he does it. Wasn't he the one that I said the Spirit soundtrack was in the background? Yeah. I could see that. So
in the basement.
In the basement. Only you're just blasting.
Elsie Silver, if you're listening to this, do a dark romance cowboy book.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I don't know how I would feel about that.
There has to be one out there.
I've read one.
Oh.
Nodded. What? It's by Pam Goodwin, I want to say. I'm not 100% sure, but yes.
Is that the Taste Like Mine?
No. Taste Like Mine is Elsie Silver.
The what's this taste like? Mine. Well, he says something similar.
He's like, you taste that? That's when they kiss again at the end of the book, remember?
Taste Like Mine.
Taste Like Mine. That book was good.
Okay, so he ends up telling her, like, because she's in his bed and she's like, stay, please, blah, blah, blah. He ends up telling her, like, there's so many strings attached. Like, I know that if I get with you, like, it's gonna be serious. It can't just be a fling.
Yeah.
And in her head, she's like, that's what I fucking want. But anyways, whatever. And he's like, and you know, like, you're leaving at the end of the summer. Like, I can't get attached to you. She's like, fair. I guess.
She has to go back to bartending.
Yes. So she keeps flirting with him the whole time. And insinuating that she wants his pee-pee. She wants it.
I want it too.
And yeah, same. And
we all want it.
He gets up and leaves. I'd be like, this fucking motherfucker, what kind of self-control does this motherfucker have?
He's 38 years old, girl.
I would have gotten naked by now.
He can come in his pants, but he doesn't know how to control himself like that. He has to walk away.
Yeah. I would have gotten naked by now. Like in the bed, I'd be like, I'm feeling too hot.
So sick. Please take off my panties. Yeah. Even my cooch is hot. My cooch has a fever.
I would have done it. I'd be like, can you stick... No, never mind.
Stick your cock in there.
Yeah.
Thermometer style.
Can you tell me the temperature? Is it warm?
How's my core temperature?
I don't like how that sounds. How's my core temperature?
That's not even going to be her coochie. That's going to be...
Your booty hole.
Your booty hole.
So, after that, she stops being, like, as playful with him, professional, because she's like, okay, like, we had this talk. He doesn't want it. And they're at the rodeo, because, you know, he is a rodeo man. And he goes to compete to rope in the cows.
Yeah. He's like the one that you're like on the horse and then you... Yeah. And then they run and then they tie the poor little fucking cattle's legs. Yeah.
That's abuse.
Poor little cows. They're so cute too. Bro, and they like get them like... They're like... they like flip them. You've never seen a video of it? They flip them so hard.
No.
I'd be like, I want you to tie me up like that.
That would make me feel bad.
It's the rodeo, girl.
Okay, anyways, it's the rodeo. And she's looking at him like, can I be that horse? Like, with his hands all over me, the way he gripping onto that horse. But anyways, after the rodeo, Lance shows up. The friend. And Lance asks Willa to go out drinking with him to celebrate. And this motherfucker, Cade, is like, you should go. I'd be like, I should go.
I'm gonna pack up my shit and go.
I'd be like, I see how it is.
I'd be like, I'm going.
Yeah, I'm going.
I'm going. And I'm going good.
And I'm coming. So, after they're gone, Jasper, his brother.
Yeah.
He's like, you're fucking stupid for letting her go. He's like, she's literally the best thing that's happened to you so far. And he's like, damn, bro, what about my son?
He's like, I don't see you smiling like that very often.
Nah, not with him.
Nah, not with your kid.
Not with his kid. So
you've been depressed and shit.
It's almost time.
Since Tilapia left you.
Tilapia? Tilapia? Yeah. Since Tilapia left you?
That's what we're going to call her. Okay. Because she stank like a fish.
Apparently she's beautiful.
Yeah. But not as pretty as Willow.
So, Cade drops Luke off at his dad's house. Because he already knows where this is going.
Yeah. He's like, I'm going to get her.
And he's like super angry with himself. He's jealous because he let Willa go. And he sits on his porch to wait for her. So Willa gets home.
You only got one person to blame for this.
Yeah. Willa gets home and Cade is waiting like on the steps.
Like a dad.
Yeah, she's like,
it's giving DILF energy.
she's like, waiting up for me, daddy? And he's like, do you know how late it is? He's like, you should have told me when you were coming home. And then, like, he turns to go inside. And she's like, you just handed me over to your friend? Like, I'm some sort of toy to share? And, like, she steps closer to him. And he's like, you don't fucking understand. He's like, I can't get you out of my head, no matter how hard I try. I think you're too damn tempting. And I'm too damn complicated. I think you smell like him. I can't fucking stand that. Like, well, ¿quién te mandó? Who told you to tell me to go with him when I'm horny as fuck?
For you.
So, she's like, oh, I might have had fun. Because, you know, he's a fun guy. She's like, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
But, instead, I spent all night fucking thinking about you. And you ruined my night. And she's like, so fuck you. And she's like, and you have no right to feel the way you feel, motherfucker. So fuck you. And he's like, he grabs her real quick. He's like, keep talking like that, and I'm gonna fuck the filth out of your pretty mouth. I'd be like,
please.
Well, she didn't even say anything.
Yeah, she was too stunned to speak because
she dropped her knees.
Yeah, because this motherfucker, he hasn't been that nasty this whole book. No. He's been very put together.
Yes.
Very dad mode.
Yes.
Nah.
This
mode.
Came out of nowhere.
Daddy mode came out.
I wasn't expecting this.
You weren't expecting this?
Like, all of a sudden, I'd be like, what?
Were we reading the same book? Yes. This motherfucker's fine. Bro, automatically. I'll be like, whatever you want. I'm not even going to go back to bartending.
No.
I'm staying here forever.
I will have his baby.
And sucking dick forever. And ever and ever.
Yeah, but I want some too.
Yeah. You better give me dick.
Like, the whole coming in your pants, nah. So then he's like, you heard me, Red. You keep barking at me like that. You keep barking at me like that. And I'm gonna put you on your knees. Open those strawberry lips and fuck your face just to shut you up.
Please?
Strawberry lips. She drops to her knees real quick. And she opens her mouth. And she's like, I fucking dare you. And he's like, what the fuck? He's like, she freaky. So that he puts two fingers in her mouth. And he's like, a man can only take so much before he snaps. And then because he had a drink. I forgot he had a drink. He puts it down. He's like, suck, Willa. Prove to me you're good enough for the job. And maybe I'll give you my cat. So obviously she starts sucking on him.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
she matching his freak. She matching his freak.
Yes.
Yeah, they're matching each other.
I'd be like, I'm showing you, baby. If his fucking whole hand is in her mouth.
I'll suck the soul out of you.
Oh my god. So then she sucks on her fingers, and then he pulls out little Cowboy Jr. and she starts.
It's not so little.
She starts sucking
but
him
yeah.
off. Yeah, but it's like, it's Big Cowboy, him, and then
little Cowboy.
So like Cowboy Jr.
Uh-huh.
And then she starts sucking him off, and he's like, careful. He's like, it's been too long.
Oh god. Here he goes, like, fucking coming in his pants again.
You feel too good. He's like, I'm trying to make this last. And then he's about to come. And he tries to pull out. But she doesn't let him. She doesn't let him. And she swallows him. Swallows him down. And then he kisses her. He doesn't even give a fuck that his jizz is all over her. And then he's like, I'm sorry. I don't want to complicate things. And she's like, So she gets up, she goes to her room, and he follows her, and he's like, what are you doing? And she's like, making sure things don't get too complicated, obviously. And he's like, are you fucking insane? He's like, you think I went 3 years without laying my hand on a single person to break my streak with one as exceptional as you, and then let you just walk away? And she's like, I'm confused. I was confused. I'm like, and then he's like, you didn't let me finish. I'm like, okay. He's like, I'll take what I can get because you're too fucking special to pass up. He's like, fuck my promises. That's what I was gonna say. And I would have been like, you should have started with that. Not, I don't want things to
get complicated.
The fuck is that?
You can't lie though. He's romantic.
Yeah, he is
Cade,
very romantic.
Very romantic.
Very
he got a good mouth.
Yes. Especially the end. I was like, that's very cute.
Yeah.
So then he's like, now get on your back. I want to watch you squirm while I taste you for the first time.
Bet.
And finally she's getting something.
I'm stripping so fast. I would need like those pants that you just fucking
rip. But don't they
Velcro?
They all rip?
Isn't
like
it Velcro?
Rips?
Is it Velcro?
Maybe.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
The ones that they use.
The dancing ones, right?
Yeah.
Don't dancers use them?
Like that.
And then he's like, I want you to say thank you every time I say something good to you. Like every time I praise you for something. She's like, okay, bet. So he takes off her shirt and he starts sucking on her nipples. And he's like, I'm going to peel these skin tight jeans off you and enjoy a taste of what I already know is going to be a perfect little cunt. Yeah. And then he's like, make you come in my mouth. And before you've even recovered from that, I'll shove my cack into you. Make you scream my name loud enough. They'll hear you one town over.
Goddamn.
And when I'm finished, what will you say? And she's like, thank you. He's like, exactly. Yes. So he takes her jeans off. And he's about to put on a condom. Should have put on the fucking condom. But anyways, he's about to put on a condom. And she's like, no.
It's okay.
I'm on the pill.
Weren't you just sick and throwing up?
Uh-huh. She's like, I'm on the pill. It's okay. I'm definitely not gonna grow your baby in me.
Let's not use common sense. Yeah. That's not.
You're not gonna.
You were throwing up for a couple days.
Me.
I wonder where those pills went.
So then,
probably into the toilet.
Mind you, yeah. Mind you, she's like, I'm on the pill, and he's like, what a dirty girl. Because I'm on the pill.
What if it was for my cramps?
I know, right? My period, it's like unregulated. And then he's like, I'm gonna fill you up and you'll thank me for it. But first, Willa, I'm starving.
Dude, I would literally pull up a fucking picture and be like, who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is you? This is Luke? This is a child that you made for not putting on a fucking condom.
Oh,
and
girl,
this fucking idiot decides to fucking go in raw. But whatever.
He trusts her. Even though the other lady fucked him over.
Yeah,
he somehow trusts his nanny that he's known for less than a month. Anyways, so whatever. He starts eating her out.
Bro. When you know, you know.
I guess so.
When you know, you know.
When you know, you know. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know she knows. So she comes.
Yeah.
And she's like, lie on your back. So then he lies on her back. On his back, not her back.
Imagine. He's like. Oh my god.
He lies on his back.
Mm-hmm.
And then she starts riding him.
Yeah.
She goes inside. He goes inside. And he's like, you were made for me. He starts saying this romantic ass shit. And she's like, oh shit.
She's like, I think I fucked up.
And she's like, just for you. I was made just for you.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they finish, he tells her thank you. As you should.
Mm-hmm.
As you should, motherfucker. So then, fast forward. They have been hooking up now on the regular. And Willow's in the hot tub again. And Cade shows up. Of course he does. And he's like, pull your bathing suit down. And play with your nipples while you tell me about last night. Because last night, I guess they had fucked.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, sit on the edge of the tub, baby. You told me I could watch you touch yourself while you thought about sucking my cat on the porch. And I know you're a woman who keeps her word. So now she's on the edge of the tub.
Mm-hmm.
And she, like, starts touching herself. And he's like, stop fucking around. Show me how pretty you look with your fingers shoved inside, baby.
Damn.
I'd be like, I wasn't fucking around. Like.
I was just getting started. Shit.
Oh my God. So then he gets inside the hot tub, fully clothed. That's hot. Fully clothed. And he starts.
That's hot?
Yeah.
That is gonna be hot.
Girl, he couldn't resist himself.
He's gonna be fucking hot. Imagine getting into the hot tub in jeans, bro.
Yeah, but
that thing is, he comes out of there, he's like
I like jeans. It because first of all, it shows that like he had no time to take off his fucking clothes. He just wanted to go in.
Yeah.
And you know, like having to see him like just start taking off his fucking pants, and like I'd be like,
yeah, probably slow too.
yeah, I'd be like,
He'll probably do it like all seductively.
yeah, I don't want you to see that. So he just jumps in the hot tub, and he starts eating her out, and then he's like, I'm fucking those tits. So
Please.
she's like, okay, say less. And you know, he starts, he starts, and then of course he, everywhere.
Yeah.
And she's like, how do I look? She's like, how do I look? One eye is like closed.
Dude, you can't get that shit in your eye.
Got shit on it. She's like,
that's instant redness in your eyeball.
and then, oh my God, this is the part. She's like, how do I look? And he's like, looks like mine.
This one looks like mine. She got another one that says tastes like mine.
No, that's fine. She looks like mine. She got my stuff everywhere. And then he smears it like on her lips. And then he carries her inside to fuck some more. So then, okay, fast forward. It's Luke's birthday party. We're at the birthday party.
Yeah, we're at the birthday party. I wonder who shows up at the birthday party.
The mom, Talia, is coming.
Tilapia
is coming.
Yeah.
And when she shows up, she like hugs Luke. Like, my baby. And Luke is there like,
who the fuck is this? Like, I know she's my mom, but
he's uncomfortable as fuck.
She's not my mom. She's like my mother.
Yes. And then she goes to hug Cade, and he doesn't want to. And she's like, oh my God, like, come on. Don't tell me we've gotten to a point where, like, we can't even hug. So then, like, they hug. And, like, she, like, kisses his cheek or something. And she's like, you have some lipstick on you. And Willow's in the corner,
bitch.
like... So then Luke mentions that he has a nanny. And she's like, oh my God, you have a nanny? Like, where's your nanny? And then there comes Willow. And she's like, that's your nanny. Okay.
Very young. Very pretty.
She's like, okay, makes sense why it's your nanny.
Yeah.
And she starts talking to Willow. Basically, she tells Willow, like, you know, Cade is heartless, but he has a big dick. And she basically insinuates that they're fucking. And she's like, I know that, like, you guys are fucking. And she's like, I trapped him on purpose by getting pregnant. And Willow's just there like, what? And then she's like, enjoy the ride while you got him, because I'll always be the mother of his child. The way I would fucking swing on this bitch. So then Willow's
this bitch is insane.
Yes. So then Willow's like, okay. She's like, I'm leaving. She's like, you're literally the devil. And she leaves. And she storms into the kitchen for a drink. And Cade follows her in. And he's like, what's wrong? And she ends up telling him, like, everything that Willow told her. Tilapia, my bad. And he starts laughing. And she's like, what's so funny, motherfucker? What's so funny? And he's like, oh, like, I just find it funny. So then she's opening drawers to look for, like, something to open the wine. And when she opens the drawer, she sees her panties in the drawer from the one she dropped back at the cafe. And she's like,
the ones that were in the garbage.
Yes. She's like, what the fuck? And he tells her, he's like, oh, like, you were never meant to be just a nanny to me. And basically, like, they're like, we belong together, like, we'll figure it out. He's like, we're gonna figure this out, like, I know that we belong together.
So he's not so heartless.
No,
it's just fucking tilapia.
Amazing.
That's a fucking bitch.
He's amazing. So then she starts saying, like, but, and he stuffs her panties in her mouth.
Those panties are from a while ago.
And he's like, I know, they got dust in it. And he's like, no buts. Now put your hands on the counter and bend over.
Like, if this is not a children's birthday party.
And in the kitchen, like, anybody could fucking walk in.
I don't know about my kitchen has a window. I don't know about their kitchen.
It probably has a window. Everybody's outside. Like,
oh my God. Taking pictures.
Damn, bro. He breaking her back. He going in.
God.
So he tells her, he's like, let me check under your dress. and she's not wearing underwear. She didn't wear underwear to the child's birthday party. Children that could literally just go.
If they're all like playing on the floor.
I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Oh my god, what is that?
So
Luke is like, I don't have that.
Yeah, he's like, mine like is sticking out. So he sees that she got no underwear on, and he's like, filthy girl. And then he starts like with his finger, and he's like, oh, you need me to bend you over right here and now, and I'm gonna send you back out there dripping my down your pretty little thighs to prove it to you. And then they start fucking. And then he goes like, this pussy's mine. This
is good. This is a PTSD. If you know,
ritual.
you know.
Oh my god. I just had the most traumatic.
Oh my god.
So he's like, this pussy's mine. Mine to fuck. Mine to fill. And then he's like, mine. And then they go. And he like moves away. He steps back. And he spreads her booty cheeks. And then he sees like his jizz leak out.
He's like, yeah.
And then he makes her go back to the party like that.
He's like, go hang out with the kids.
Yeah. He's like, go. Tell Luke I say hi. Give him a kiss for me.
Tell Tilapia how you say hello.
Tilapia.
Tilapia. Is that I was gonna say her name, but then I forgot. We're calling her Tilapia.
Okay. No, Tilapia's gone.
Tilapia.
That's it. That's the last we hear of her.
Tilapia, that's it. She's not a mom. She's a bitch.
Yeah.
So she only comes once a year.
Yeah.
If she comes once a year.
If she comes. Yeah. If they're throwing a party.
Yeah.
So
if she remembers it's Luke's birthday.
Does she remember? Or do they text her? Who knows?
They have to tell her.
Damn, bro. So fast forward. Cade breaks his fingers because he's handling some cattle or some shit. And then they go to the hospital and we get introduced to Winter. Now Winter is from another book. Winter
is Summer's sister.
Shishta.
Yeah.
The Shishta.
That currently, like, I think in Heartless, we don't like her.
I liked her.
She was
giving character.
I think by the end of Flawless, we might like her. I have to go back.
I liked her, though. Like, I was interested in reading her book just because of her in this book.
Then I think it was in Flawless. Because like in Flawless, people don't like her. I ended up loving her character in Reckless.
That's why. Because she's obviously going through shit.
Yeah, she is.
So I was like, okay, interesting. So anyways.
Her story was very sad.
Winter ends up being their doctor. And obviously Willa's like, how are you? And like they step outside and they talk a little. And then mid-conversation, like Winter is talking about how Summer and Willa are really close, and she's like, I'm surprised, like I wouldn't be surprised if you guys literally get your periods at the same time. And Willa's like, period.
When was the last time I got my period?
She's like, fuck. Since before all this started.
I think I need to take a test.
So then Winter does a test for her.
And it comes back positive. You are the father. And
Willa's like, fuck.
Yeah.
She's like, fuck. She's nervous because, like,
she remembers the conversation that Tilapia had with her. She thinks that Cade is going to feel the same way about her trapping him with a baby.
Yes. So they get home from the hospital. And Cade is like, what's wrong? Like, what's going on with you?
You know, the anxiety is already like, fuck.
Yes. And then she tells him. I thought she wasn't going to tell him.
No, bro. She tells him.
She goes like, I'm pregnant. And he's like.
His whole life flashed before his eyes.
He's just quiet.
Yeah, very quiet.
And she's like.
Too quiet.
She's like, why the fuck are you quiet? And he's like. This man's frozen. He's like. And she's like, okay, well, she's like, I understand this is a lot for you. It's a lot for me too. So I'm going to go stay at the main house with your daddy so I could think things over. So then she leaves,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, obviously Cade knows he fucked up, so he ends up going.
He realizes after
Yes.
he stayed quiet for too fucking long.
Yes. So he ends up going to his dad's house,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, they end up talking about it. He tells his dad that he actually does want the baby.
Yeah.
Like that if you know, if he were to have another child, it would have been with her.
Mm-hmm.
And his dad basically tells him like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like,
I love Harvey.
why
By the
do
way,
you keep getting
these women pregnant,
bro?
like unplanned too. Like, do you not learn?
Yeah, he's like, you got a breeding kink? The fuck? And then he's like, oh my god, dad.
That's funny though.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So then he ends up falling asleep outside Willa's door.
Mm-hmm.
So when Willa wakes up, obviously she opens the door,
And he's there
and Cade is like outside the door,
sleeping.
and she sits next to him, and he apologizes. He's like, I'm sorry, and he tells her like, I love you and I want the baby, like I want to be with you.
Mm-hmm.
And she starts crying, and she tells him like, I think it's better if I go back to the city for like a few days, because you never had a choice in this matter, like when you had Luke.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, I think we should give it a few days to see how we feel about it. So she leaves.
And he lets her go.
He lets her go.
Mm.
And obviously, like, he's fucking like
Yeah.
upset. She's upset at the city. And there was this one scene that like Luke and him like wished for her to come back, and days go by, and it's time for her to come back.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for her to come back. So she comes back, and when she's pulling up to the house, they're like, you know, at the porch, and she sees that like his face, she's like, oh, like it like radiates like love. So she comes out the car, and she hugs Luke, and Luke tells her like, oh my god, like I missed you. And he tells her, he's like, Dad missed you too. And she asks Luke for like a moment alone with Cade, and he's like, okay, like, but I just want to show you the sidewalk we made. So he takes her to the sidewalk that they made, and she sees like little hearts, and in the hearts there's little initials. And when she sees her initials, it says WE. And she's like, Luke, like those are my initials. And then Luke is like, oh, that's what I told Dad, but he said those will be your initials soon.
That's so cute. I loved him.
And she starts sobbing, bro.
Yeah. I mean, girl, the pregnancy hormones.
I mean, I would cry too.
I would tell him and be like, this is a weird way to ask me, but yes.
That's beautiful, right? Like, as soon as he leaves, I'd be like, yes.
I do.
So, Luke leaves, so they couldn't be alone. And Cade is like, oh, I had time to think, and like, I still want to be with you. He's like, I love you. And then Willow cries, and she's like, I love you too.
Kiss.
And then Luke asks Willa if he could call her mom.
Yeah.
Which is so sweet.
He's like, oh, like, when the baby comes, like, they're going to be calling you mom, right?
That's so sad.
Like, so like, can I call you mom too?
Oh my god, that's so cute.
Pobrecito.
Yeah,
because his mom sucks ass.
Yeah, she does. So, basically, after that, she gives birth.
Yeah.
And it's a baby girl.
It's a girl. Yeah, they have a girl.
And it's called Emma Eden. It sounds like I'ma eat him. Emma Eden. Emma Eden.
It's cute.
And that's the end.
Yeah, that was
Happily
it.
Ever After. I really liked the book. The book was cute. The book was really cute. But guys, we need your help.
Yeah, we really need your help. What do we read next?
What do we read next?
Or what do we review next? Maybe we've read it already, but
I'm not gonna do a poll because we don't
have options.
Our mind is blank.
This is usually never happens. This usually what am I? I can't even speak English. I can't even speak English.
I can't speak English.
Oh my god! I had a sickness this week.
Oh my god!
And I have like butter brain. I have not been in society.
You sound like I had a sickness. You sound like you had the fucking plague.
Basically, I did. I felt like booty, but yeah. So even my tongue doesn't work. But yeah, what was I saying?
Recommendations.
Yes, we don't know what to read, so let us know.
Yeah, just
comment
know.
down any options that you guys have been wanting, or if you guys want another book in the Chestnut Spring series, I don't know, or a different genre, different story, different something. Yeah,
you let us know,
and
we will do it for you, because
yes.
we do anything for you.
Yeah.
So
I have a hair on my toe.
Oh my gosh. Okay. We're ending this episode.
It's getting a little chaotic. Until next time, guys. Bye.